Suribot says.
Suribot is here. There's not really any training for garbage men. They just pick things up as they go.
Feels like I'm wasting all my time, thinking about the things that won't lift me up, wouldn't keep it in my mind. All those things that won't lift me up, I just care about you and 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 I just need some sunlight, feel it in my bones, to get myself together. You can't keep me high, this blood runs through my veins, it's all on you. Would it keep it in my mind? All those things that won't lift me up, I just care about you and I just care about you and I just need some sunlight, feel it in my bones, to get myself together. You can't keep me high, this blood runs through my veins, it's all on you. together. You can't keep me high. This blood runs through my veins. It's all on you. It's all on you, so don't make me go away from you and
You went to repo again? No. Spectre, thank you for the 7-stream streak.
Madam Fabulous says,
2 days in a row.
I know, right? Surprised myself. I thought I was closer to finishing up this OffSec thing.
John says Neovamisbist says,
Gotta find lunch though. Lurking.
Right
Lol.
on.
remember last year, how'd it go? There was nothing inside, so just let go. Can't even hold on, I fall apart. Wish I stayed a little while with you. It's deja vu when I'm with you. Where did our time go again? You let it get to you.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good time zone. Yeah. Watched the first episode of the new season of Black Mirror.
Madam Fabulous says,
No spoliers, uwu.
All right,
Translated
that's
from
where I
Italian.
stopped. But man, the worst. The worst. It touched on all the normal stuff without spoiling anything. The worst of humanity, worst of technology. Oof. Okay, I got an L in the right space, a U in the right space, a in the incorrect space. So it's LAU. How do you spell luau? It's LUA. No. GH. I wasn't even cheating. Excused, Nick, Gothic, Sans, Roman, typewriter, oh, nice. Okay, so those were fonts. Excused, Nick, Elderberry. Elderberry, caper's a berry, right? A gooseberry. A Loganberry? Swipe, pocket, present, pinch, excused, Nick, absent. I think those are berries. Yep. Oh, that was the purple one. That was supposed to be the hard one. Nick, pinch, pocket, swipe. Those are all stealing. Late, present, absent, and excused. Those are all things for attendance. Oof, on fire. What else? The mini. Check, auto check.
Ajuku says,
Should we call 911?
No. Why? Why would you call 911? Because of the puzzle? No. Why? State CSCH.
You said you're on 4.
0 Day 3301 says,
Hello.
Ajuku says,
Fire.
Fire.
Panic Gamer, thank you for the 16 months. Sub for 16 months in a row.
Good afternoon, y'all.
Good afternoon. Crazy. Thank you, Panic Gamer. 0 Day, good to see you again. How was your stream yesterday? Is my mic? It is. It's turned up a little bit high. For me, not for you. You all should be fine. Oh, and now it's really low to me. Anyways. Yeah, play. We're playing. For pots. State SCH. Founded by State SCH. Founded by Thomas Jefferson.
Zero Day 3301 says,
Chill until I started the Matrix box.
I remember hearing that that was a pain in the butt.
Pinakamer9 says,
I heard the Browns are looking to build a new dome stadium. LOL.
Why is that funny? I would love a dome stadium. Don't get me wrong. I do like attending cold weather games, even though I don't like being cold. But to go to a Browns game in the winter and not freeze my ass off in the stands would be nice. Have you seen it?
Wi-Fi is still gonna suck, haha.
It's
Madam
not that
Fabulous says,
Tigger erect white rabbit.
bad. It's gotten better. It's gotten way better since they instituted the online ticketing for your tickets. Before it was bad. If you approached the stadium before and tried to access your tickets, you were screwed. Tagora completed that. White Rabbit.
Pinakamer9 says,
Costing $2.4 billion dollars. That's some price tag.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be inside the city, and it's going to be built from the ground up. It's not on the same, if you know this Pinakamer, but it's not at the same location. They're moving it out of the city. It's still within Cleveland, but it's outside of downtown. It's gorgeous though. It's beautiful. Pants informal. I don't know what that is. Nickname for Big Blue.
Ajiku says,
Is it any building built from the ground up?
No, well, yeah, but at one time that they were considering putting a dome on the existing stadium, and it's not built for that. They can't even retrofit one. But the city of Cleveland isn't going to be helping at all for the new stadium. It's going to be in Brook Park, I believe. State SCH, founded by Thomas Jefferson. Department of Education. Crib or pad for house. Home. HOME.
Pinakamer9
Rooms.
says,
$600 million by State of Ohio in state-backed bonds for the stadium.
That's what the state's coming up with for them?
Yup.
I mean, it shows you how badly they don't want it to leave the state again. The city of Cleveland has, if you go back to Art Modell, and you know this dude, Pinnock Gamer, the city of Cleveland has, for the longest time, given the Browns the middle finger. I mean, Art Modell left because of how the city treated him. Company named Big Blue. Company named Big Brown. Is that UPS? Yeah. LAC Slat. What V stands for on a battery? Oh, it's volt. Big name in 1980s arcade games. 80s. What, like Cubert and Pete something T.
Some lawmakers, including a state senator, are proposing legislation that would prevent poorly performing teams from receiving public funds.
Stuck up sort, snob. Come on.
I guess Browns better start winning lol.
Hey. Flacco's back. I was happy to hear that. I like that guy. Big Red. Gum? Yeah. Big Blue. Oh, IBM. IBM is Big Blue? I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Flacco is good but inconsistent. That was my problem when he was with the Ravens.
Oh, slang.
Madam Fabulous says,
Really?
Pants. Informally.
That's been their brand for like 45 years.
I've never heard. I've never heard of it. I'll tell you. Big name in 1980s arcade games. Hey, Naya
They used to
Muru.
all wear the same color.
Thank you for the
suits.
follow.
Madam Fabulous says,
But you're old, you're supposed to know these things.
Pinakamer9 says,
Atari.
I was thinking, what did it say? Big name in 1980s arcade games.
Atari.
List of Atari games, 1972 to 1984. Oh, shit. Okay. I did not realize they had so many in the arcade. Pong, Space Race. Look at that. Pong doubles.
Pinakamer9 says,
Atari was huge.
As arcade games? Yeah, this stuff was before my time. If you can believe that.
Yeah.
'74, '75.
That's how they made most of their money from arcades. Before my time too lol.
Madam Fabulous says,
I can't.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead. This is right around when I was born, September 77. And then look how much like it started moving to the 2600. They still had arcade games. Sprint 4. Sprint 1.
Pinakamer9 says,
I am June 87 baby, but I didn't have console until I came to the US. My first console I bought was a PSP.
Okay. I'm still looking for one that like I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. There was a basic computer programming video game. I don't know if it's a video game. That's awesome.
I think Nintendo killed Atari.
So yeah, it was what? Because when did oh my gosh, when did Nintendo come out? 80s? Mid 80s. Oh.
Come a little closer. You ask if I want to join you. The night, the night, the night, the night, the night.
Nintendo NES first released in 1993.
My body can't control no.
No. The first NES? Nah. No. Late 80s. Japan 83, North America 85. I'm talking like the 8-bit.
Sorry, I read that wrong, lol. 1983.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely Atari. And that'll be it. Let me mute the thing before I do the...
I just wanna feel your love. Need someone to hold me before I get lost. It's because I'm playing up a scene.
DJ Mako says,
Hey.
Hey, happy
Hey.
son.
Hey, DJ Mako. How you doing? All right, was that it? Did we do them all? That was quick this morning. Oh, we could do strands. Ugh. Ugh. Orange door hinge. What kind of theme is that?
Just waking up and getting my shit together. Smiley face emoji.
It takes me all day.
Pinakamer9 says,
What the hell?
Have you seen the movie Tetris on Apple? That was a fun movie. More like a mockumentary.
Someone, it was served up to me. It may have been on X or Twitter. But no, I'll be wrapped up in Black Mirror. I wonder how many episodes I got. Orange door hinge.
Def. a fun watch on how Tetris got to the US as a Russian game.
Okay, we'll check it out.
Madam Fabulous says,
Did they drop all the episodes at the same time?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. I think so.
Pinakamer9 says,
We should have a movie watch along in Discord like Time does.
Madam Fabulous says,
Okay, I might need to do a Netflix trial.
Surprise! I'm Captain Underpants.
Cycle starting again. So much fighting on what we get done. Between
By the way, that's pretty interesting. I played it for a little bit. I'm like, no thanks. I have no inkling to want to play a game like that on my phone. But it was still pretty cool that you could.
Logging into Netflix on stream? You distract easy.
Yep. There it is. Yeah. It looks like they're all ready.
don't ask me questions.
This is going to be a cool one because it's a throwback to the USS Callister, a previous episode. So we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes.
Madam Fabulous says,
I didn't like the first USS Callister.
You didn't? I kind of did. Okay. Orange Door Hinge. This is terrible theme. San Junipero
Madam
was pretty
Fabulous
good.
says,
San Junipero is still the best episode. Then
Yeah.
White Christmas.
White Christmas. I don't remember that one.
The one with John Hamm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Orange Door Hinge.
Hiding my heart again. Blind myself to the pain. I'll look away. Turn my tears into rain. You know my mind doesn't stop. Makes me something more. I'll move too fast and destroy all that I know that I want to face again. I don't even know who's a friend. I don't even think there's a plan for me. Don't ask me questions. I keep on forgetting. My head's always empty. There's too much that I don't know. Don't ask me questions. I keep on forgetting. My head's always empty. There's too much that I don't know. What's too big, goes so small. There's too much that I don't know.
Flu and hello? Orange Door Hinge. What is? I knew I shouldn't have done this.
Lieutenant 055 says,
Respected sir, are you preparing for OSCP using WebLink?
Lieutenant, thanks for popping in chat and saying hello. No. Unless you have a specific section of Pone College I should take a look at. I'm using OFSEC training materials, their labs, TryHack Me, and and Hack the Box.
In time and space, there's nothing else. No. 'Cause I've been waiting for my whole life for one like you to light up the sky. Gonna watch you do to the black and white when I'm with you.
I knew I shouldn't have done this.
I'm 2 months in, and right now in second year of college.
Okay, good for you. Good for you. And they're using Pone College, or are you just familiar with it? Your university is using Pone College, or you're just familiar with it?
Madam Fabulous says,
I like Pone College a lot, but I question their choice of making ASM a part of the intro modules. I need to get back in there.
Making ASM? What's ASM?
Assembly.
Ah. P.
Lieutenant 055 says,
I am just using WebLink.
I'm going over to Abby's.
Okay. Is that something new already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both
Do you
of
like what
these
you
are
got?
new. Yes, both of these are new.
Okay. Oh, stretch? Yoga pants, stretch pants? Okay.
And then this.
Okay.
I'll show you my dress.
Bye, Abby. Bah. Bah. She always wins.
Madam Fabulous says,
I learned a lot, but it kicks your butt. That being said, I get their logic. I just feel dumb when doing
She
it.
wins.
Yep. Shall we?
Lieutenant, use Pone College for understanding HTTPS and binary exploitation. Okay. Well, you may feel dumb, but that's the uncomfortability of learning something new. I hate this thing. Reps.
I am Dumulu.
Mesh.
translated from Indonesian.
Shit. I think that's a word. Stop it. Madam Fabulous, stop it.
0 day 3301 says,
Lucky there is no more buffer overflow at OSCP.
Yeah, but they replaced it with what? Active Directory, which I'm lacking in.
Lieutenant 055 says,
Have they allowed using ChatGPT in OSCP Plus?
No.
0 day 3301 says,
AD.
Yep.
Now is easy, you get initial logins for the AD.
Now is easy. You get initial logins. Oh, so they give you a low-level user?
Lieutenant 055 says.
Yeah, that's right.
Cues. Fly.
Monospace says.
Pilot.
Hey buddy.
Hello.
You got new glasses too?
Nope.
Lieutenant 055 says.
These should be the same ones.
I will surely crack OSCP next year.
How you doing, Monospace Manor? You'll surely crack OSCP next year? Good. Good for you. Pilot. Fly. Pilot flew. Hello. Orange door hinge. Okay, so it's obviously something with airlines. Q.
Monospace says.
Doing great. Family went to fetch relatives from the airport earlier today and I have finally space to think.
Yeah, that's nice.
Lieutenant 055
Just a little bit of peace and quiet.
PTW, I was just curious, how much are you guys getting paid after OSCP?
Lieutenant, it depends on where you live. It depends regionally, depends geographically, depends on a lot of factors. It does. It depends. And that kind of information you can get on Glassdoor. I'm not encouraging anyone from the community to talk about what they're getting paid. I hate this
Here
game.
90k rupees.
So rupees would indicate you're in... Are you in Russia?
India.
Oh, rubles. What an idiot. Gee. Q. I already guessed that.
No, I am thinking of applying for student loan role. I am just a second year CS student.
Queen, hello, pilot, and flew. I still have no idea.
Madam Fabulous says,
Load?
I got load. Yep, I already guessed it for a hint. And I already got mesh for a hint. That's not a word. I knew I should have stopped. I usually never play this, but we finished up the first one so quickly. Orange door hinge. What the hell? Spread, queen, hello, flew, and pilot. Terrible.
I'm into you. I play it cool, but you call my bluff. It's a passion that I can't cover up. Singing melodies just for you, dancing LEDs in the room, light up your pretty little face. Don't know what you do, something just feels right. You really need someone, I will provide you somewhere to run and to hide to. Give me your attention. This is right where you need to be. Like Inception, won't you live in a dream with me?
I got another hint. Brute forcing the words. Look at that crap.
Lieutenant 055 says,
Got any idea about Teravat Wrath?
No? No idea. What are you talking about? Is Aravat a remote access Trojan? Is that what you're talking about? And what kind of idea are you talking about? Like installing it? Height. Height.
Yes.
Yes, what? I asked like 3 questions. What are you talking about? Like how to install it? I'm sure there's repo. It's software just like any other software, right?
Works on all Android 15.
Why are you trying to install remote access Trojans on Androids? Asking for a friend. Don't look mad and fabulous. Think of orange as the first half of a pear and door hinge as its match. When said together, they sound the same-ish. The spanogram describes this kind of poetic match between a hue and another word. It's surprisingly tough to give a hint for this one without using one of the words in the spanogram. I hate that. I don't know why I decided to do this puzzle again. This is awful. I don't care if I'm cheating or not. Today's Spanogram's title is Color Rhymes.
You're making our love worse. You're breaking my heart with every breath you take.
Flu.
I pray it's not over.
Or blue. Spread. Or red. Height or 8. Pilot. Oh, this is awful. Queen rhymes with green. Hello rhymes with yellow. Flu with blue. Height and white. Spread and red. I don't know why I don't even know why I tried. I don't know. Do they have a walkthrough Active Directory box? We're gonna find out. Why is it so small? Active Directory. So how does this work? Do I have access to this or no? Unlock. Unlock it. Lock. Oh, not enough cubes. Go to billing.
Madam Fabulous says,
You have to buy cubes. You have 50 cubes.
How do I get out of this? Wherever I'm at. That's one way. It's all wrong.
Hua says,
PS you're in Reaper so the bot doesn't see that you're live as it needs to see you're in software and game design if I remember correctly.
I've changed this 3 times. And I changed it before I went live. Thank you.
Madam Fabulous says,
Mamau.
Translated from
Right?
Haitian Creole.
Done. Done. I've saved it 3 times now.
Get stretch.
Translated from Dutch. Lo Kiabu says,
Hey Othio,
Hey, Lokia Boo, how you been
Simply
doing?
says,
are you planning to go to Black Hat Conference or Deaf Conference this year?
Hua
Sinbleed.
says,
Watch it work.
I won't know here for another month.
Lo Kiabu says,
Haha, I saw the Reaper category and was confused, Lamau.
I did play that day. That was pretty fun. So Sinbleed, I don't know. I'm going to know here probably in a month. Maybe in a month. I'd like to. Are you going? Black Cat or DEF CON?
Repo is so fun. Are you jailbreaking LLMs?
No. Active Directory. I mean, okay, how do I search for specific? I heard it go. Good. It's your bot, man. It's good. It's good. Works good.
Pure says.
LOL, it worked.
Loki Abu says.
Oh, I saw AI red teaming, haha.
Sinbleed says.
I am planning to speak there on briefing destruction of C2 channels and APT malwares in kernel, and a zero trust framework with kernel carrying and elliptical curve post crypto.
Very cool. Why don't you link me your talk in Discord or Twitch? Jess. If you're not already following Jess,
I don't plan to go to the folk and see its offensive.
Click that heart up there.
Mostly in kernel security.
I thought you said you're planning on speaking there. Or are you planning on speaking? Jess, thank you for your sub. 25 months in a row is 2 years. 25 months on a 20-month streak. It's 2 years. Thank you, Jess. Jess is a pretty cool person. Great chill streams, excellent to listen to. So, again, click the little heart up there for me.
Jess says,
thank you for the show.
You're very welcome. Machines. Sort by
Did
your
you
mom.
see THM now has leagues?
I did see that. Yes, I did see that. You know what I also saw? I also saw their not very impressive prize pool.
Lol.
I'm just saying they had a shot to, like, I mean, you're handing out labels and banners and that kind of thing.
Any buffer overflow and reverse engineering CTFTO today?
No, I'm not focused on buffer overflows at all if they're not an OSCP. It's not. It's little knickknacks. It's banners and labels and stuff like that. Virtual knickknacks. Not even like actual knickknacks, like challenge coins or... And no reverse engineering.
The advent of cyber prize pool is better than that. Lol.
Yeah, really. They're making some good coin. They could open up the purse. They can open up the, you know what I mean? The wallet a little bit in the off season. I think it'd be smart for them. Active Directory. Jess, how you doing today? What's going on? Retired machines. 80. That's not.
Madam Fabulous says,
So there's a way to search that.
There is advanced search. Area of interest. Active directory. Took me a minute. Hey, let's start down here. A hype
Yes, sis.
train?
I'm good today, actually, thank you. I managed to finally get some sleep, though a bit broken up. How are you, Theo?
I'm okay. Thank you for asking. I'm okay. The weather's finally starting to turn around here. Yeti'd. Wait a minute. 27 months in a row with your prime Yeti'd? Yeti'd? Thank you. Now, you and Yeti are two different people, right? Okay, we're going to do support.
Yeti says,
If alter egos count, sure. Smiley face.
Okay. I couldn't remember. Sorry. Thank you again. Okay, so this is retired, so it's...
Just checking it's retired box, right?
Right. If you're not familiar with that joke, I was banned from Hack the Box from broadcasting a flag during a live business CTF. I believe I said, okay, someone from Hack the Box is going to be watching. And they were.
Loki Abu says,
Hola Mao.
So yeah, this is
from Haitian
support.
Creole.
Windows, it's going to be easy, and it's retired. Free retired machine. So we're going to spawn it, and we're going to get cracking. Yeti, what are you working on today?
Simbleed says,
I personally don't like that DNS over TLS. I mean, its garage makes DNS more vulnerable to breach data in C2.
DNS over TLS. Okay. I can type.
Yeti says,
Maybe I'll do support too. I was looking for some inspiration.
Hack says,
At home, I use DNS over TLS exclusively. Non-encrypted DNS is blocked outbound on my network.
Okay. That's what I'm here for. If you get nothing else from this channel, hopefully some encouragement. We need T-Mux going.
Yeti says,
And where better to get inspiration than the most painful of ITs? Exactly.
Painful. Very painful.
Muhammad on YouTube says,
Hello.
Mohammed, how you doing today? Oh. Okay. Thought that was a command.
Hack says,
What are we working on today?
Support from Hack the Box. Hacks, Net, how are you doing? Session.
Jess says,
Theo,
Jess.
can't you be more positive? Jeez.
We got this. I'm normally a pretty positive person. Oh, what happened?
Muhammad on YouTube says,
Yeah, I'm good man. I just came over your channel, and I am wondering how you haven't got a single view. You deserve more.
So we're streaming to
Can't you
two
be more
platforms right
realistic?
now. And one is YouTube, and you are my single viewer. So there's that. On YouTube, on Twitch, we're not doing too bad. I think we're hovering around 25-ish. But yeah, man, like YouTube, the live thing is tough to crack on YouTube. Like, they don't serve my shit to anyone. They're like, this guy keeps streaming live. We should send him a couple people. And the algorithm's like, absolutely not. No. Have you seen how old he is? Or something to that effect.
Loki Abu says,
YouTube live discoverability sucks.
Pure says,
Keep streaming. Never in forever do you stream.
Loki Abu says,
Lamau.
translated from Haitian Creole.
We're going to do a quick Nmap scan. We need to bring up the methodology before I get myself off track.
Why is Lamau Creole Lamau?
It's just the translation bot. It's very sensitive, so it tries to pick up on every word to and Lamau is not really a word, so it thinks it's another language besides English.
Muhammad on YouTube says,
That is sad, bro. I've been interested on learning cybersecurity for months now, but I haven't got any map road and a place to start from. Can you be my tutor?
Absolutely. Let's talk about that real quick. I've been sitting. I'm going to raise the desk, but tell me about your where are you at geographically? Where are you at in life? Like, how old are you? Are you in university? Are you in high school? Are you in another industry trying to get into IT or cybersecurity? Help me out.
Hack says,
One should always do an Nmap scan on their own network once in a while. Did it on my friend's network. His firewall said he was blocking certain ports. Yeah, the NAT was still working.
Okie dokie artichokes. That's the wrong obsidian. Ooh. Let's minimize that thing before. Yes, of course. Ping. I'm going to ping the box real quick. Make sure no hack the box shenanigans are going on.
Muhammad on YouTube says,
Geographically I am from Eastern Africa, especially from Somalia. I am 20-year-old student. I am in university for the 3rd year and so far I am lost. I don't know where I am good at.
Well, Mohammed, what are you in university for? If you're in your 3rd year, what are you studying? So what happened? Oh wait, did I kill it? I think I killed it. Yeah.
Computer science.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, what's your question? Or you're interested in learning cybersecurity for months, but you haven't got a roadmap? Well, I'll help you. This is how I'll help you. Start at the beginning. Or just start. If you get too focused on a roadmap or the most optimal path, you'll never start. So in some instances, it's just best to just start. And if you've been doing computer science, as you said it was, computer science? Yeah, am I correct in assuming you know how to program? You know how to code? Ooh, you know what I just realized when I stood up? I gotta go to the bathroom. Really? Whoa. What is all that? Why is it being held?
Yes, I know how to code.
That's weird. Okay. Perhaps you should take a look at some of the cybersecurity domains and see if anything there is interesting to you or seems like is a passion. What do you like best about computer science right now? Do you like the code? But yeah, you should look at all the different domains. Where did you say you're at? Eastern Africa. I'm not sure about any kind of information from Eastern Africa.
Hack says,
If stream.username equals b7h30pain.level equals 256.
I have no idea how to do this, so we're just jumping in. If anyone is near that area, so like the reason why I'm doing this is because like in the United States, NIST has cybersecurity domains.
The only thing I know of in Somalia is the pirate industry, but I think that's a dying business.
Yeah. Oh, look, this is a department responsible for securing, protecting, monitoring Somalia cyberspace.
Look at Theo get sidetracked so easily.
Can you answer the question? I don't want to... I'm not trying to ignore Mohammed. Have you seen this website, Mohammed?
Muhammad on YouTube says,
No.
Looks like it's from the government. Maybe you should take a look at it and dig around a little bit. Because it's one thing.
Web link.
Yeah. I've seen those and I like them pure. I do. But I think Mohammed's, it's going to have to be more like regional. Because
Hack says,
my answer would be, see what you like and what you don't. 2 options, follow what you like or suffer through what you don't. I know a lot of people get into IT because they think it's the way to G, but not because they are interested. That may be the case based on they don't know where I am good at comment.
That's a good point. So Mohammed, that's my advice. If you ask me, I would take a look at some of your government websites. I would take a look at what cybersecurity jobs are available for you in Somalia. And from those jobs, I would take a look and see if any of those interest me or make, be passionate about. Okay, now we should be getting, wait a minute.
Mohammed, what got you into computer science?
Muhammad on YouTube says,
thanks man, wish you the best.
Oh, Hacksnet asked you a question, Mohammed. What got you into computer science? Control V. Let's ping it. It's alive. Let's create a... Where are my write-ups? What's this one called? Support. Ooh, guess what? I really gotta go to the bathroom. Let me copy and paste the methodology. Okay, I'll be right back.
So, basically at first when I was at school I used to think computer science was all about sitting on a desk and working with a computer in front of you, but after diving into it, boom, reality came.
Hack says,
That's one way to find out. Do you have any interest at all in any of the things you have been doing in school?
Oh my gosh. No one likes that Amazon link. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. I don't know.
Focus says,
Hey,
Colchis. Hey, ya. What is up?
not a whole lot. I also happen to be studying IM related things, AD, blah.
Our first Nmap scan is just intended to check the open ports. So we got 53, which is DNS. 135 and 139 and 445 is SMB, and 88. I think it's 88.
Zero Day 3301 says,
That's an AD.
Gracias. Welcome to Painful IT. Can we change that cozy hosting down there? What? Control B. C. Where's it at? TMX config.
Hack says,
Theo, you're distracting me from my project. I'm building an escape room for my nephews. It all revolves around interacting with the telephone with AI-generated recordings, all while completing various tasks. There's a bit of an Among Us vibe too, with sabotages while they're trying to complete tasks. Completely automated. But here I am, watching your painful stream instead.
It's distracting, isn't it? I know. There's something to it. There's something watching someone fumble their way through and try to figure stuff out. Yep, I agree. Not as catchy as those YouTube videos where everything's chopped up and it sounds like
translated from French.
You know what I mean? The video is all chopped up, so it sounds like they're speaking complete sentences.
Hack says,
Hi, how are you?
Cool Freeze.
Translated from French.
I'm well, Cool Freeze. Thank you. How are you doing? Good evening. Oh, that's not it. Oh, it's X. It's IP? I bet you do. .IP. 11,174. Support. Thank you again, Cypher.
Rfire 333
What's going on
says,
down there?
How do you like Hack the Box? Are there any alternatives?
Yeah, sure. Try Hack Me, Vuln Labs, Pico CTF, Over the Wire. It depends on what your skill level is, Rfire. What is it doing here?
Hack says,
I prefer finding real vulnerabilities on real devices that I don't own.
Madam Fabulous says,
I think that's your session rename.
I fixed it. I took the pound sign hash. I don't know why that was. Looked like it was screwing it up for some reason. Holy crap balls. Nikes. Okay, now we're gonna look for services on those ports.
Yo, check. Yeah, we're not the type to play games. You can stay claims. Came to show the movement, move it like a freight train, breaking walls and crumble earth with every step we take. We walking by with lashing your neck will break. Never let it straight. Say it wrong, we'll set it straight. So coming at us with an awkward demeanor is leaving your life in a dead face. So pedal straight. Avoid these shots, we send it all cost. Really believing that that'll be different. We watching your body get hauled off. Simple as this, we giving the vibe of the revolution that we living within. Diminish the doubt of the haters that talk on the low because of this minuscule shit. The minute you vision the lack of a limit, we giving and giving the pivot perception. We can flip the world and change this a revolution. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. Simple as this, we giving the vibe of the revolution that we living within. Diminish the doubt of the haters that talk on the low because of this minuscule shit. The minute you vision the lack of a limit, we giving and giving the pivot perception. We can flip the world. It's a revolution. Revolution. It's a revolution. It's a revolution.
Hack says,
What is this horrible music?
Thank you. Buttons. Very useful.
Zero Day 3301 says,
Americans call it TDM.
Yeah, it was a little too much. I was in my own world. Let's check
Jess
out. Do they
says,
have a...
Horrible.
Jess, you liked it? It was a little too much for me. I just wasn't paying attention.
Hack says,
Atrocious even.
Yikes. Atrocious.
Jess says,
I have eclectic taste in music.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Hack says,
So do I, but there are some things that are an absolute no.
All right, now we have... I don't think that's an HTTP. I don't think that's a website. Simple DNS, Kerberos, Windows RPC, Windows Net BIOS, KeyPass. KeyPass has vulnerabilities. NCACN. HTTP. You got a TCP wrapped port 636 LDAP server. Another TCP wrapped 5985, which is Microsoft HTTP API. Okay. Let's copy this so we have it.
Give me some oldies, 50s/60s, some Spanish, Russian, Zulu, Sanskrit music, 2000s pop rock, 90s pop, 80s rap and hip hop, 30s big band, but not this EDM nonsense.
The problem, Hacks, is Twitch is closely monitoring now VODs. So I can't play copyrighted music. I can play it if I don't save the VODs and I don't stream it to YouTube for my one YouTube watcher. Hi. How you doing? Okay, now what do I do? I don't know. Can I navigate to one of these? Oh. How many shares is support showing on SMB?
Says,
Hi.
Hey, Wort.
Hack says,
Yeah, we have a YouTube viewer.
YouTube hates live content. They hate it. I mean, unless you're a big streamer, like, I don't even know who's on YouTube right now. Like, they hate live content.
The YouTubers just have higher standards than we have here on Twitch.
0day 3301 says,
You can make a second audio output with OBS, so your VOD has no music.
So if I want to stream to two platforms 0 day, I don't know how to use that trick. If I was just streaming to Twitch, the thing's unchecked. Where do I show that? Audio sources? Tracks? Spotify, there. Yep, it's unchecked. So if I was just streaming to Twitch, it would extract that. It has that functionality. But since I stream to Restream, and then Restream sends it to Twitch and YouTube, Restream, it doesn't work. That little trick doesn't work. But I'm getting new service. I'm getting new ISP service. Tafaru. Hi, welcome. How you doing today? I'm getting new ISP service that's going to give me 1,000 down and 1,000 up. So I could technically just do all my streaming, just put all my keys into OBS and stream to those individual platforms. And then I think, that may not solve the YouTube problem. So you see that's what I'm up against. How many shares is support showing on SMB? Okay.
Hack says,
Only 1G? Wow. That's so like 10 years ago.
America Internet. The cable, it's a monopoly or duopoly when it comes to the cable companies and internet service providers over here in America. Don't get me started. Maybe I need to start that. What is it? The wireless home internet. I forget what it was called. Tawny sent it to me.
The option I have is 3G up and down.
Jesus. I think the new ISP has up to 5. I forget where I even put it. Anyways. Yeah, the local company, the fastest I can get for the local company who we've had for the longest time They just increased me from 500 to 750 megabits down and 20 up. So I'm going now from that to 1G down, 1G up.
I live on an island with less than 500,000 people, but we still had gig internet like a decade ago.
America.
0 day 3301 says,
25G is nice, but it's kinda useless when the counterpart only give 1G or maybe 2G.
What, 25 gig down? And you're talking about up, 1 or 2G up? That's fast as hell. If I'm understanding you right.
Hack says,
I blame Comcast and Itant. They own the US.
They do. They do. And the faster the speeds get, the more that you are like discouraging people to get into the business, because they can't compete with what people do with the internet now.
0 day 3301 says,
Up and down.
You
Fiverr.
have 25 up and 25 down? Where the hell are you? That's not, there's no speed. That's no speed you can get in America. It's hilarious. It is laughable. I so don't understand why speeds are so slow over here. Okay, what's the SMB? I'm missing it. What is the SMB?
My router is my old gaming PC. 25 gram switches are also expensive.
$135 is RPC. Is it 139 SMB? $445 and 139. Okay. So now I need what's it asking us to do? How many shares is support showing on SMB? So SMB syntax.
John says Neovimisbist says,
SMB client.
Dude, you let your beard go angry again.
I'm due. This week I may shave it, because I may just do I think I could pull off a mustache for Easter.
Gotta clean that up.
Rfire 333 says,
I don't know, check it.
If you have enough money, I suspect you can, but I'm curious what you are doing that you need that much.
John says Neovimisbist says,
Adonis trim.
It's clean. The sides aren't fraying like they were. I'll still get a scutcheon from Jess and Madame Fabulous, but it's not bad. You're making me self-conscious.
Yes,
this is
Daddy.
long. This is long, yeah. I'm going to start with the sides, because I think I would look good with a goat. And then
sides or poke out.
Hack says,
He's going for that Santa look.
I think I pull off. I think I pull off a mustache.
Says,
So at some point it get low and expensive, and like I said, no service will send you data with the full 25G. But I host also some VPN/Nextcloud services.
John says Neovermispist says.
Gonna go down to a porn stash?
Rfire 333 says.
It's long but looks fine. Not so sure about the goat though. Smile.
I had a goatee at one time. But it's just going to be too hot. It's going to be too hot in the spring and summer. There's no way. I liked it for the winter. I really do. See, look how much. This is really long. I kept the sides trimmer. I think I have it. SMB client. Yeah. Usage.
Zero Day 3301 says.
I pay about $120 a month, but also with 16 public IPs.
Oh, wow. Yeah. If you're comfortable with 0 day, like where are you at? Are you in the States, or are you overseas, or just because of out of curiosity with those kind of speeds? Because I don't even think I can purchase those kinds of speeds without a business license or a business account.
Zero Day 3301 says.
The IPs cost more than a fiber connection. Switzerland smile.
Yeah, that makes
John
sense.
says Neovermispist says.
Absolute best I can get is 920 down, 35 up.
AT&T just
Whoa.
moved in. They just moved in town. Actually, last year. They strung up the fiber last year. And they were walking around, and they had a shit deal last year. And this year they came around, they beat my current ISP's price by $10, and I can replace their router with my own router if I want, and I get faster speeds. I mean, their rates are public knowledge. I don't know why the local ISP didn't drop their rates.
Wisestone says.
I get about 400 megabits per second down and 200 megabits per second up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Old company was 750 down, 20 up. I'm now going to get 1 gig down and 1 gig up. So they say. I'll be watching it. And if they try to F with me, I'm going to let them have it.
Nice.
Hua says.
Ass.
Who, me? I know. We all know that.
Hack says.
I had 1.5 down and 1 up, but I live alone and nothing I host is getting anywhere near that traffic, so I dropped it down.
There you go. Yeah, you know what you need.
333 says.
The computer I'm on gets 30 megabits per second up / down.
Wisestone says.
Probably going to be closer to 700 to 800.
That's fine.
Hack says,
Those speeds get you to your ISP. After that, best of luck.
Those headlights, baby, let's get lost in all of those headlights.
Try a speed test with a server 100 miles away in a different ISP.
That's right. Yeah, you're kind of out there, Hacks. You're kind of out there. When's it warm up for you? Okay, SMB client. -U.
July.
I don't have a user.
Applefunk says,
Anonymous?
That's the nice thing about fiber in my experience so far anyway, since you're not sharing it, it should be stable.
Correct. Aqua, good to see you. Cypher N and L. List host. What's N?
Hack says,
The whole fiber not shared is not quite as simple as it sounds. It's more cost effective for ISPs to share fiber lines and just use an ONT to determine which traffic is destined to your network.
Oh, that's right. Does it have... No. I always forget SMB syntax, SMB client syntax. File server?
Madam Fabulous says,
I've gotten lazy and just use NXC.
Hack says,
I did support for Comcast a long time ago. They outsource support. They are the absolute lowest of the ISP scum.
John says Neovimisbist says,
Baby Shark, do.
Poof.
Can't believe you.
The nerve, I know.
Madam Fabulous says,
Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do do do
Oof.
do do do.
No one wants to hear that. Nice, Pure. Thank you.
John says Neovimispist says,
Baby shark do 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 do. Neovim is best.
Madam Fabulous says,
I mean, the beauty of it is that it auto-completes in your brain. I know the rest of the song is playing anyways.
Okay. We're going to take a look at this video that Pure sent.
8-bit boy 100 says,
Good night. Keep grinding.
Hack says,
Daddy Theo Shark doo 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 doo.
8-bit boy, will do. Have a good night. I'm going to give you those points back because I can't redeem it. I'm helping my son with his taxes here. We told him we'd start about this time, so we're going to check out this video, like I said, that Pure sent.
Yes, Daddy.
John G16 says,
Hi, Obsidian.
Ha! Obsidian. Ha! Did you mean like... Ha! Another fellow Obsidian user? Or are you a Notion user that says, ha! And you thumb your nose to my Obsidian use? Which is it? Chandu.
Internet service
John
providers,
G16
bastions of honesty
Show
and
me your
transparency, right? Yeah, no, I can't even say it.
That's awfully demanding. We have a shortcut for that, so there they are.
John G16 says,
I recently migrated into Obsidian from Notion.
It's a toss-up. And I talk to people that swear by Notion. A lot of people love Obsidian. I have seen like a lot of the like plugins and the tools that Notion has, and like little Jeff. Yeah, that's Jeff. Jeff Geerling.
That with a straight face. Here in St. Louis, I have
Uncle
two
Fun says,
options for my internet.
I hear it,
I can
Jeff.
get gigabit cable
Is it
internet
that
from
I recognize
Spectrum
his voice?
or 75
John
megabit
G16
DSL from
says,
AT&T.
So far,
That's
so
it.
good.
And you're probably like, 5 megabit internet. Bastions of honesty and
Madam Fabulous says,
It doesn't matter what tool you use. Just make sure to take notes.
That's it. Yep. It took me. I used Microsoft OneNote. I used Evernote. I used Cherry Tree, and then I landed on.
John G16
Obsidian.
says,
When my voice is a teenager.
You can change it. You can change it there if you want.
transparency, right? Yeah, no, I
John
can't even
G16
say
says,
that with a straight face.
Okay.
Here
And it's a teenager because how am I supposed to know what everyone's going to prefer? So you can change it there if you want. He called them bastions of
Internet service providers, bastions of honesty and transparency, right? Yeah, no, I can't even say that with a straight
0 day
face.
3301 says,
Obsidian has that plugins too. It's more a question of keeping your data and secrets private or lose it.
I didn't know that. So the plugins, I don't think I have many actually, but the plugins expose you. Advanced slides, actually, which I don't use. I'm using Excalidraw and Pandoc. Is that bad?
St. Louis, I have two options for my internet. I can get gigabit cable internet from Spectrum or 75 megabit DSL from AT&T. Gigabit cable internet.
$50 a month for 400 down.
From Spectrum or 75 megabit DSL.
75 megabit?
From AT&T. That's it. And you're probably like, oh, gigabit, that's fast. Why would you complain? Well, first of all, gigabit just means 930 megabits down, but only 40 megabits up. And that's the highest plan that costs about $150 a month.
This is from 3 years ago.
But yeah, first world problems here. But much of the world is way better. And is a gigabit really a gigabit? You probably don't know if you're getting the internet experience you're paying for. Well, I do, and it's not hard to do it. All you need is a $35 Raspberry Pi.
Jeff has stumbled upon a sensitive subject here on the channel.
Hack says,
Oh, I only need a Raspberry Pi.
A little salt in the wound. Let's continue.
If only I had one.
You don't even need a Pi. You could run the stuff I'm going to show you on any computer.
See, we don't need a Raspberry Pi. We could do this on any computer.
Aquafunk says,
Are you really a hacker if you don't have a drawer overflowing with pies?
Jess says,
Theo.
Hack says,
Okay, I don't need a Pi.
Jess says,
Have you still not taken care of that?
I haven't, but I'm going to. And I know I keep saying that, but I'm going to. No hangy face. Even though Hacks doesn't says that they don't want one, they're getting one. No angy face.
It's like having a dedicated computer to run all my internet connection tools, so it's easy to back up or replace, and it doesn't ever get bogged down. I call this my Internet Pi, and I have it in this fancy network rack, but it could just as easily be on my desk or hanging up in a closet somewhere near my...
Look at him. He's got... Look, are those...
I got onto you like 2 years ago about that.
I know. It's been a rough 2 years.
My internet router. The most important thing for measuring a network connection is that it's wired. Wi-Fi, especially on the Pi, fluctuates quite a bit and is terrible for monitoring anything besides maybe Wi-Fi signal strength. The Internet Pi is running a few services, most notably Pi-hole for DNS privacy and ad blocking, and
Jeff Geerling probably has more Raspberry Pis than anyone alive.
Hack says,
Wow, I could have a rack mount thing like that for my Pi. If only I had the Pi.
on a dashboard to show me my internet connection in real time. And the cool thing about this project being open source is you can modify it to suit your needs exactly. For example, if you have an ISP like SpaceX's Starlink, you can also monitor every detail of Starlink's connection over time using the same dashboard. Or if you want to monitor something like the power consumption of an appliance in your home using a Shelly plug, like the one I have my Starlink router plugged into, there's a dashboard for that too. And having a Pi monitoring my internet continuously makes it easy to see trends over time or confirm outages. If you just spot check by running a speed test every now and then, you don't have much data to go on. I set up this Raspberry Pi using my free and open source Internet Pi project on GitHub. There's a link to it below. And it's really easy to set it up, especially if you just need Pi-hole or internet monitoring and don't want to install any of my other
I think I deserve a Pi now too.
Jess, if you tell me
it is, but I deserve
if
it.
you can tell me what you would use it for. What would you use a Raspberry Pi for, Jess? Theo stare.
Hack says,
March 27th, 2021 is the day I won that pie, by the way.
Don't give.
4 years ago.
Don't tell Jen.
Grey Hatter says,
Gloating about having won. Mostly.
Madam Fabulous says,
Jess gets a rasp pie every time you cheat.
Jess says,
Things. Computer things.
Things, computer things. Oh my god. Yeah.
Grey Hatter says,
Pie things.
I set up my Internet Pi from another computer, but you could also run the Internet Pi playbook on the Pi itself. Following the install instructions, you need to have a Pi set up with Raspberry.
I would use it to make my internet faster like our friend just said.
Pi OS running on and be able to.
It's for it's for monitoring your internet connection and then calling your internet service provider and yelling at them.
SSH into the Pi. You download the Internet Pi repository to your computer. Make sure you have Ansible installed. Ansible Galaxy content that's required to make the playbook work. Then you copy the example inventory and configuration files and modify them for your own needs and run the playbook. The playbook will automatically install all the tools you choose in your configuration file, and once that's done, you should be able to access your Pi's IP address in a web browser to see Pi-hole, or visit the IP address with this extra bit on the end to see the Grafana dashboards. If you want to use Pi-hole as your home network's DNS server, the best way is to configure your...
That's what I just said. Sheesh.
Hack the Planet says,
Howdy.
Tagora?
Jess says,
So I deserve one too.
Tagora, please change the discussion. Please change the topic. That's a good argument, Jess.
Hack says,
Pie.
We're not going to get
Translated
to the
from
rest of the
Croatian.
SMB new enumeration today.
Madam Fabulous says,
SMB enumeration.
I can't.
Like we've been on for 40 minutes.
Hack the Planet says,
I just got here. Whatever we were talking about can change now.
I know, Madam Fabulous. I know. I actually did pretty decent today. I actually did off-stream, off-sec study for a few hours this morning. I just started the stream late. And then I have to do, we have to do his taxes today. And if we don't do it early enough.
Jess says,
No, don't change it. We're all getting Raspberry Pi thingies. From Theo.
No, not everyone is getting one. I need to do another contest. Dude, like, you have no idea how close Hacksnet was to the actual location on the map. It was ridiculous.
Grey Hatter says,
Technically, you don't have to do taxes by today. You just have to file for an extension.
Yeah, but this is his first ones.
Took me an hour to do my taxes. Should be easy.
His should be
Grey
easy
Hatter
too.
says,
Just don't owe any money and you're safe.
Fitfield on YouTube
Right.
says,
Do you have a day set to take the test?
I don't
Yeti
yet,
says,
no.
We're getting baked goods? What?
Yes.
Jess
Yes.
says,
All of us will get one.
No, Jess, you can't tell everyone's gonna get a
If
Raspberry
I had more
Pi.
than 5 minutes to waste on a thing, I would have done better.
Yeti says,
Sign me up.
Jess, you're a mod. You can't say everyone's getting Raspberry Pis. I can't even get one out.
Hack says,
This is where we end stream.
Hack the Planet says,
TurboTax has a thing where you can just upload a PDF of your W2S. This new world is magical.
Oh no, the camera broke.
Zero Day 3301 says,
0
On
day.
ice, I get a raspy.
Madam Fabulous says,
router to
Great.
advertise the
We can
Pi's
see
IP
the
address as
SMB
the primary
enumeration
DNS server
better.
for your whole home network.
Aquafunk says,
For extra redundancy,
We
you
all
could
get
actually
Pi
configure
things
2
cause and
Pi's running
mods at
Pi-hole,
it.
but I'm not
That's
currently
Twitch
doing that,
law.
and getting 2 Pi's synced up is a little out of
Big
scope.
Build on YouTube says,
Can't wait. Thank you so much.
Jess says,
I expect my Raspberry Pi next week.
Hack the Planet says,
I already have 3 Raspberry Pis. I'm good.
Cool.
But the great thing is, now you can see all the DNS requests your devices are making and make sure things like so-called smart TVs don't send tons of information to advertisers. Pi-hole is a great first line of defense for your internet privacy, at least at home, and it even has some other neat tools built in, like a simple DNS server, if you want to use it. The internet monitoring dashboard is automatically
says,
configured for you, but
But
it
you
can
could
take up to an
afford-
hour before you start seeing data. In my case, it's been running for a couple months,
Hack
so I can see
says,
the internet connection
I have 3 as well.
or even longer.
Theo
The
owes
way
me
this
one,
works is there's
so
a
I
Docker
feel like
container
I am
running in the
being
background that
deprived.
connects to speed test stuff. Every 30 minutes or so, another Docker container running Prometheus asks the first container to run a speed test. It stores the data on the Pi, and then the dashboard displays it over time. There's another service that does simple checks on websites you can configure. In my case, I check a connection to GitHub, Google, and my personal website. And those checks are performed every few seconds to give a very fine detailed view when there's more latency in your internet connection. One thing I found interesting was that my cable internet connection, which is supposed to be 1 gigabit, is only really about 700 megabits on average. Cable internet speeds can vary dramatically depending on what other people in my neighborhood are doing and how my ISP has it set up. Fortunately, my upload speeds are pretty consistent, and since that's what I care about the most, I'm willing to pay the high price for my plan. But I'd be a lot happier with 50 or 100 megabits
Just
of
for
asymmetric data,
clarification for
since I'm not
anyone
really
who wasn't
downloading
here 4
terabytes of
years
files
ago
every
when
day.
I won the
There's
Pi
also
that
a
was not
latency
sent
gauge
to me.
showing the average
I told
latency
Theo
over
I
the
did
selected
not
time
want
period,
it.
and my latency is pretty good, but not amazing, at about 16 milliseconds. Now, the main reason I set all this stuff up was to compare my
Aaron
gigabit
Odumby
cable
says,
internet to SpaceX's Starlink
Your
internet.
mom is
And you
my
can see
ISP.
Starlink's connection.
Oh,
says-
got him.
More
That's not
so,
really Starlink's
I
fault.
said it because
I
I
have
know
trees
I
all
won't
around
get
my
it
house, so there's no way to get a clear sky to make
says-
Starlink work all the time.
And I hear
Anyways,
you're
the
giving
main
away
thing I wanted to see
Raspberry
was the
Pis?
averages. When Starlink is connected, it looks
Jess. Jess. What can I possibly say? Gumby, how you doing?
Hack says,
Look how many viewers you have here for the Pi giveaway.
I can't. I'm not doing a Raspberry Pi giveaway. Maybe after I fulfill the one order that is still outstanding, I'll do another one.
Ellie Italian says,
Hello.
0 day 3,301
Elliot Alien, how you
says,
doing? Welcome back.
Twitch drop? Pi drop?
Jess says,
Yes, Theo?
Hack
Jess.
says,
Outstanding order? How long has it been? Theo?
You already told everyone how
Hack the
long it's
Planet
been.
says,
I heard he's doing another one.
Oh my god.
Jess says,
You love me being here and you know it.
I do, Jess. I do. We all do. We are all of our days are a little bit more bright and sunny because Bright Jess is here.
Ellie Italian says,
Everything good.
Good.
Happy this you.
Jess says,
I'll DM you my address, Theo,
Thank you, Jess. Please do.
for my Raspberry Pi.
Ice Black Ice says,
Can I have a pie as well?
Jess, what have you done?
0 day 3,301 says,
Banana pie are much better.
Are they cheaper? I hope. I'm gonna have to pawn a kid.
Frackery says,
Who?
Hack the Planet says,
I'll just have a donut.
Low Kiabu says,
Love Jeff Gearley.
Jess says,
SQ Shy.
Rad 1 Ansel 1 says,
Hello. Hi.
Radiant.
Hope you are
Hello.
doing well, Theo,
Mhm.
and that this stream is going well. Also, I have been notified about pie giveaways. So, may I have one?
Jess,
XD.
are you messaging
Planet
people?
says,
That's why you had 2, in case you had to pawn one.
Jess says,
I've done nothing. This is your stream.
Low Kiabu says,
LMFAO.
Jess says,
Not mine.
Elliot Alien says.
When they give away.
Frackery says.
I'll take a Tesla instead.
Oh, okay.
Madam Fabulous says.
Imagine blaming Jess.
I know, the nerve.
Jess says.
Right, Cypher.
Aquafunk says. I haven't been paying attention. Something about he's going to go bake us all pies with his son after stream. Madam Fabulous says.
That's something that merits a rasp pie.
Oh my god.
0 Day 3301 says.
Jeff was the best during COVID, giving his Ansible book for free. Not like here getting nothing.
0 Day. You're fitting right in.
Fitfield on YouTube says.
Such a generous streamer.
And one of my 2 YouTube viewers jumping, dog piling as well. You're fitting right in, fit pillared, Pillred.
Jess says.
You better start looking into bulk purchases for Raspberry Pi.
Thankfully, we're out of COVID, so I think they have come down in price a little bit.
Yeti says.
Instructions unclear. Committing to free Pi and Ansible book. Praise Theo.
Hack says.
Not an ad. If I has a Raspberry Pi, I could run Pi whole and not get these ads.
Looks like someone called X Bellum is streaming.
Dragon says.
I think the Pi will get moldy if you ship it internationally.
Jess says.
Did you just ignore Radiant Theo?
No, I said hello to Radiant. I shouted Radiant out. What do you mean I ignored him? Theo stare.
Madam Fabulous says.
Criminal neglect.
Translated from Welsh.
I think that's the only one
0
doing.
Day 3301 says.
At Inception.
Hack says.
Are we rating before or after the giveaway? I'm confused.
Jess says.
And he asked you a question. He asked if he can also have a pie.
Rad one.
I'm not answering anyone. No one is getting a pie right
we
now.
Are having none of it XD.
Other than Hacksnet, the one that I owe. Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious.
Kitty says. I heard there was a Raspberry Pi giveaway. I am here for it. Hack says.
Okay, so, did you at least buy the Pi yet?
Red
I did not.
One says.
Jess, clarify, the Pi, or Pi? XD.
Jess says.
I haven't even sent you my address yet. I was a purple Pi.
A purple one. Hi Nori.
YouTube says.
What are you doing?
Same
You're here
now.
for the red. There's no Raspberry Pi giveaway right now.
Rad one says.
Cause I can eat numbers, thank you very much XD.
Kitty says. Wait, so is this the same Raspberry Pi from the giveaway 3 years ago that's still ongoing?
This is
Jess
not the one
says,
from 3 years ago, no.
4 years ago. Not 3.
Ice Black Ice says.
Why do you promise buys to everyone then break the promise?
Hack says.
Oh my
Your
god.
numbers dropped after you lies and said there is no Pi giveaway.
Kitty says. 4 years well longest giveaway.
It is. It is. No excuse.
Hax says,
I tried to change my spoken name when I first joined I Want My Raspberry Pi, but it didn't work. I was sad.
Fitfield on YouTube says,
I'll take a bundt cake instead.
There's some tasty bundt cakes out there right now. Yep.
So Dragon says,
It feels like that my mind seagull meme.
Jess says,
Theo is my favorite computer streamer because he gives away free Raspberry Pi thingies. It only takes him 4+ years to ship it. Fastest turnaround ever.
So Dragon says,
Pi.
Translated from Croatian.
Gang, this was fun. As always. Thank you for the shout out, Haxnet. Thank you all for hanging out today.
RN Ogumbi says,
Your mom was fun.
That's not a command. Nori, that's not a command.
Hax says,
Best Raspberry Pi giveaway streamer.
That's not a command. Oh my god, you shits.
Said with zero sarcasm at all.
That's not a... Okay, we're rating.
One says,
Thank you all for hanging out.
Hello.
There's no Raspberry Pi giveaway. That's not a thing.
Jess says,
How did you do that? You're a mod. Is that how
Can't
you
wait
did
for the
that?
next free Pi stream.
Hax says,
Yes, I have entered too.
Damino says,
Lol.
Hi,
Hax
Daminos.
says,
Welcome to the stream.
Everyone,
Welcome to the
Pi to enter the giveaway.
train wreck of a stream.
Rad One at all one says,
You don't have a
Yeah.
tick. That's not. That's not an official. Yes, I'm ending. Okay.
Jess says, I have a ticket. I
It's,
win.
I wish you
Jess
did.
says, pause your ending.
Kitty
Jess,
says,
Nori,
Oh.
Hacks, Zero Day.
Black Ice
Thank
says,
you all. Have a good day.
So many
Aqua,
Pis.
Cypher,
Senor Bombar says,
Daminos,
What's going on?
Fallen,
Funk says,
Grey Hatter, Ice
Thank
Black
you all
Ice,
for being here when Raspberry Piece today.
Pennant Gamer,
Damino
Pure,
says,
Pi
Radiant,
giveaway equals tax deduction.
Arno Gumby, the Shizo Dragon, and Yeti, and Tagora. Have a great Sunday. There's no Raspberry Pi giveaway. Stop. We're rating Frozair. Oh my god.
Hax says,
Why was you in stream when your chat is more active than it has ever been?
I have to
Jess
do my
says-
kids' taxes.
Senor Bombar says,
That's not.
I'm too late.
Jess says,
No, I have 2 tickets.
Midgsek says,
Late as usual.
Kitty says, there we go. So Dragon says,
Bye.
Ice Black Ice says,
Thank you all.
Can we redeem multiple tickets?
No, please don't. They don't do anything.
Kitty says, and to give away.
Nori.
Hi. Seri Bot says,
Nori's messing with
Have
me.
a great
There's
rest
no
of your
giveaway
day.
right now.
Don't forget to stay hydrated and take care of yourself.
Kitty says, yes, unlimited tickets. RN Ogumbi says,
Thank your mom.
Samaria1 says.
Oh, I'm late.
Fitfield on YouTube says.
Oh slash.
Samaria1 says.
To the giveaway XTD.
Jess says.
My tickets.
Senor Bombar says.
I want some pee.
Kitty says. So many entrants. Hax says.
Have a great day, everyone.
And why
Thank
does your
you.
stream title say pie giveaway?
Oh my God, Nori.
Samaria1 says.
Bye.
Translated from Haitian Creole.
What is this? Or did we check? Yo! Whoa!
Kitty says.
Whoa!
Here for the after stream
B7H30,
giveaway.
how you going, my guy? Hey!
Theo.
Thank you so much for the raid, yo! Gotta give a shout out to my guy, BH7. Yo, thank you so much, bro. How was your stream? Yo! Thank you for the follow. How was the stream? Want to win a Raspberry Pi? How can I win a Raspberry Pi? What's how you? I haven't seen it. Man, yo, hey, all right. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Y'all gotta scare the hell out of me with these follows. Talk about it. You just got out alive. What do you mean? How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while. I saw you were streaming earlier this morning, and I wanted to pop in, but I haven't seen you in a minute. Where have you been? How's life been? How was your raid? How you doing? By the way, y'all need to check out B7H30. He is another member of the Claw. Super cool dude. No, hey, yo, thank you for the follow. Y'all need to take a look at him. He's super dope.